Hello, welcome back to the channel. Today we've got a fun, janky brew built around Hedge Shredder and Traveling Chocobo. This is a ridiculous kind of fun deck. Hedge Shredder is 4 mana for a 5/5, and whenever you attack with it, you mill 2 cards, and then whenever a land card is put into your graveyard from your library, you put that onto the battlefield tapped. So a very powerful effect with Surveil lands, which basically if you fill your entire deck with Surveil lands, and you have Hedge Shredder out, it kind of puts all your Surveil lands into play because each one will find another one on top. Essentially mill it, but then that'll put it into play, and that triggers the Surveil on the land and finds another one. So Hedge Shredder and Surveil lands is just kind of a fun, wacky combo, but you need something to kind of take advantage of this combo. Now, if you have the Traveling Chocobo in play here, when you're doing this, what happens is Traveling Chocobo, so it's a 3 mana 3/2. You can look at the top card of your library, you can play lands and bird spells from them. But most importantly, it says if a land or a bird you control entering the battlefield causes a triggered ability of a permanent you control to trigger, that ability triggers an additional time. So essentially it doubles every single ability on your lands that come into play. So it doubles all the Surveil lands. And it also doubles the pings on these. Ping does 1 damage desert lands. So what you can do if you have Hedge Shredder out and the Traveling Chocobo out is you play one of these Surveil lands that will actually surveil twice because of Chocobo doubling that counter. Now, if you have any other Surveil lands on top of 2 cards of your deck, you mill both of those, and then those will both come into play. If there were 2 Surveil lands, then those both come into play, and now each of those 2 get 2 triggers. So then you have 4 Surveil triggers, and you can see how it kind of gets out of hand with 4 of those. If you have more Surveil lands on top of your deck, then those could, essentially generate 8 Surveil triggers and kind of go from there. You kind of get out of hand and that you have enough Surveil triggers that you don't need all Surveil lands in the deck, that you can play these ping lands as well, because these will come into play when you Surveil them to just kill your opponent, essentially. So I'm playing 13 of them. I'm not sure the exact right number. That seemed to work okay in testing, so we'll see how it goes. Could be more or less. I mean, if your opponent gains too much life, it could be a problem, but seem to be okay. So essentially, what happens when you have Hedge Shredder, Chocobo, and this density of Surveil lands in your deck, most of all the cards in your deck are Surveil lands, is that you mill your entire deck, essentially, and you put your entire mana base into play by just playing 1 Surveil land. You can get unlucky and miss by doing this, which is possible, but you can also crew the Hedge Shredder and attack to mill 2 more times, and in that case, you're almost, I don't know what the math is exactly, but it seems like you're pretty likely to just put your entire mana base into play just by attacking with the Hedge Shredder and milling 2 additional cards, and also the Surveil just by playing a land for the turn. So that's kind of the idea of the deck. We've got Geological Appraiser just to kind of have 8 copies of the Chocobo. This is kind of vulnerable, dies to a lot of removal, so I figured having additional copies of the Chocobo is probably more important than the Hedge Shredder. You could try like a version that had like searches for the Hedge Shredder, but I think this is a little better. The Appraiser also can crew the Hedge Shredder, or just be a blocker or something like that, potentially. But one of the other kind of issues here is that you don't have any untapped lands, except for there are 8 Surveil lands that untap, that come into play untapped. So you can kind of play your mana so that you, on turn 4, you play the Hedge Shredder. Turn 5, you play a Chocobo, and then you play a Surveil land and go off that way. And then also that way you can crew it and attack if you need to with the Hedge Shredder. So we've got all the green lands and the red lands, at least with the Surveil lands, to play our spells. And the lands can also kind of help you find your combo pieces, sort of. Do I expect this to be a good deck? No. Do I expect it to be a fun, wacky meme deck? Yes. So let's jump some games, have some fun, and see if we can get some wins with this janky Hedge Shredder Traveling Chocobo deck. Okay, on the play. Yeah, this is a thing. That could be a thing. Play the ping land first, I guess. We're gonna try to find an untapped land. That would be kind of ideal here. I guess we'll just put that in the grave. Try to find our untapped surveil lands. So we can go turn 4 this instead of turn 5. But if they're slow enough, this could maybe work. Ooh, there's one. Okay. Alright, well, should be in business now. Let's draw that in case they kill my Chocobo. Okay. What do they got? Oh, resentful revelation. Okay, a lot of self-mill going on there. Okay, 17. Alright, well, Conduit Pylons. That's fine. Let's keep that. Go for the Shredder. And then next turn, we got Chocobo. Alright, they're milling a lot, but we're gonna quote-unquote mill a lot here too. Alright, let's go Chocobo. And then I can actually play things off the top too. But we know that there's rail land on the top, so let's do this. So put it in the graveyard and it goes into play. And we'll see if we can play our entire deck. We don't want that, obviously. We do want that. So hopefully we just put every single land into play here. We'll see. There's a chance, and then we ping them to death. This is a funny deck. For sure. Surveil. Okay. So the surveils just start to kind of compound on each other. Essentially. Yep. So I think we have enough ping lands left. I didn't do the math. I don't think I played my land for the turn. Oh no, I did play my land for the turn. Okay. Let's see. So eventually, okay, there's a gulch. We're gonna ping them enough to win. And yep, opponent gave up. Alright, GG. Okay, on the play, this hand is okay. Give it a try anyways. Let's see. We'll lead with, which land should we lead with? So we have an untapped land, so that's good. We need to find one of our chocobos. Okay. Let's go here and see if we can find a chocobo. We need double green and potentially double red. See if we survive. Okay. There's another ping land. Let's do this. Look, we have double green, so this is double red. No, no chocobo yet. So we have enough ping lands left in the deck. A stock up, sure. Okay, ooh, there's a Appraiser, and I guess we just keep that on top. Doesn't really matter at this point. But we just hope they tap out here. Alright, starting town. Sure. So we have, let's see, 1, 2. So there should be 11 ping lands left. Enough ping lands left. And they did tap out, so this should work. Let's go Razor. And Chocobo. And then, yeah, there should be enough left in the deck. We know what's on top though. So we have to clear that with one of these and then attack and win during combat. I guess that's our only option really, right? Doesn't really matter what we play. So clear this, although yeah, we get 2 triggers, so maybe we'll have enough. Okay. That'll ping. No, but we do have to crew and attack now. We don't really have one of those, so we need to get a little lucky here. Take action. Okay, we hit 2 surveil lands. That's really good. And there's another one on top. Okay, so hopefully this will put every land into play. And ping them enough. That is the hope. Looks like we're getting a lot of surveils here, so... And then that's the ping. Yep. Yep. Surveil. This deck is so funny. Okay, yep. Just basically mill our entire deck. And, ooh, that's a lot of non-surveil lands. Okay, there's one. I think the odds are pretty high once you get rolling that this will continue. You just have to get the ball rolling here and have enough surveil action. But yeah, this is a funny, very funny combo. Yep, yep. You can't actually die from milling here because you're not drawing any of these cards. They're just coming into play. And, yeah, Chocobo, get out of here. You just have to put everything in so then you can find more surveils. Even if we don't do enough damage, they have to block, which is pretty good, but we'll see what our final card is. Alright, there is a ping land. That's good. Ping, ping. And a ping land. Such a funny combo. Okay. See if they give up halfway through. Okay. There's another one. Yeah, if they're all near the top of the deck, I guess that works too, in terms of just ending it quickly. And they're at 1, so there should be 1 more ping land in here. I've calculated this correctly. And keep going. Yep, there it is. Alright, GG. That was a funny one. Alright. Got there. On to the next one. Okay, on the play. We got Chocobos, but no vehicle here. I think we mulligan and try to find our Hedge Shredder. Okay, there we go. And Appraiser, nice. So we need... What do we put back? We had to put back 2? We need double red and double green. It's kind of awkward, though. We kind of want all of these cards. The double red and the double green. And, I mean, we'll put back one of these for sure. But do we put back this? Probably. Look for a green source and a red source. Probably more important to have an untapped source than a red source. That's just my gut saying that. Play this and see what's on top. Okay. Keep that. It's another green source. So, it could matter. Alright, Novice Inspector. Let's see, we need to find a red source as well. That does work because you can use this to filter into another red, so another untapped land actually will curve these two into each other. Good double green. Red, yep, okay. Should be okay here. If we don't die, we may just be dead. Oh, snipes, yeah. Well, this is still legal and standard. Okay. Well, we got a turn 5 combo. But will that be good enough? They have a... okay. Novice Inspector, sure. They have something that pumps their whole team. We're probably going to die on our turn 4. Their turn 4, I should say. That's like the best start they can get, though, I think. They don't have 12 right now. Traveling Chocobo. Well, sure. Keep that on top. Alright. I guess I could have played Geological Appraiser and tried to block. That's an option. Actually, I couldn't have played it because I don't have double red yet. If I play this, I'll have double red. But I don't know if they have 12. Do they have 12 damage here? I see 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Right now. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Yep, so I got a 1. And then Chocobo for the win. But you know what? I actually wouldn't have been able to. Well, I could have potentially started the combo just by attacking, but okay. Here we go. Do they say good game because they think that I won or that they think that they won? Always a funny question. Lands, am I right? Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Yep. Opponent gets it. Alright, lots of milling. So hopefully we don't whiff. Okay, another surveil land is good. And we really shouldn't. And they also just don't have anything back to block. So, yeah, there's no way we can lose this one. Well, yeah, it's pretty unlikely. Given we can do this. Yep. Yep. See if we can kill him during the attack step without even doing any combat damage. Well. Here we go, here we go. This deck is so ridiculous. I can't believe it's actually working. I did not think I was going to win any games with this at all. So, surprised I've actually won some games with it. Yeah. It definitely helps to be on the play with this deck because turn 5 is slow. And, yep, alright, well that should do it. I just want to see how much... If we can just get the win during the combat step. $25 lands. And yep, GG. Alright, on to the next one. Okay, opponent goes first. This hand's got essentially 2 chocobos in it. But we really need to find the Hedge Shredder, so yeah, let's put back one of the ping lands and go from here. Okay, that works. Let's just ping away. Opt and Esper Origins. That's going to gain them life. And there's a chocobo. Back down to 20, and there's 11 of these left. Okay, that's some card draw. Okay. Untapped land. Oh, there we go. I was going to say an untapped land would be amazing. And they're going to go up to 22. So they don't want them to gain any more life here. Kaito. Alright. Sure. That's fine. We'll go Hedge Shredder. And then see if they'll tap out for anything here. What does this do? They can surveil.
I've got you beat 6 different ways.
I think I'm going to play an Appraiser here. And see what happens. No responses from them. Okay, Chocobo. So I think we want to actually play one from hand. 1, 2, 3. So we should have enough in the deck here to do enough damage, I believe. I think we will have... There's 11 ping lands, so that's 22 damage from my calculations. Can also attack with this for potentially 5 more damage, so... Alright. Looks like they don't have anything, any responses here. So, that's always nice. Going face. Hello. There we go. Alright. Take action. Still have to get a little lucky here. And we need a surveil land. Okay, good. Okay. There's another surveil land. Keeps the dream alive. Another appraiser. Oh no, I think we missed. Yep. We did miss. Okay. Didn't have enough surveil lands here to do the thing. Let's see if they have a response. Well, we might as well jump block, I guess. Hexproof and trample. I suppose? What's this, 5? What do they have? I don't know. 5, 6, 7. I guess we'll go no blocks, to be honest. Maybe this gives us a lethal attack. They have so many cards in hand.
Is its own weapon.
Can't imagine they don't have an answer or something. The Chocobo. But let's see what's in the graveyard. Okay. Geological Appraiser. So there's 2 Chocobos left in the deck. You can get them both out of the deck and then start the chain. If for some reason they don't... They need essentially 3 removal spells, I guess. They could do like a board sweeper. Not sure. They need a lot of removal. Stop this. Or a removal for the Hedge Shredder, of course. I don't know if they'll main deck an artifact removal like that. Okay, well, they are going to sweep the board. That's fine. Gonna have to discard. I think we should still have this. Yeah, let's get the Chocobo out of the deck, and then, yeah, I give up. Wow, okay. GG. On to the next one. Okay, opponent goes first. This hand, I think I want to try to find the Hedge Shredder in the opener. Okay, there we go. Don't need this. Definitely put back the ping land if you mulligan with this deck. Okay, that's good. Another green source is useful. Keep this on top, I think, so we have a ping. Could be useful. This does break up my combo. When it dies, you can sacrifice it to exile a non-creature, non-artifact enchantment. Although, can you crew this vehicle? You can crew instant speed, yeah? Okay. So, that's interesting. Kind of a problem, I guess, with the Haywire Might. Tyvar. I'm not sure how to approach this. Do I try to play Chocobo next turn? And then try to go... I can't really go Hedge Shredder the next turn, but do I want to go Chocobo and then Hedge Shredder? Also gains them some life. I don't really know. So that I have Chocobo in play with the Hedge Shredder. If I just go Hedge Shredder and then I kill it with the Might, then I'm just screwed.
There's that second wind.
There's another Chocobo. Let me think about this. If I go Chocobo now, and then I play this, does that actually work? Exile target non-creature, non-artifact. So if they target it and then I crew it in response, would that fizzle this? I don't think it does, actually. I think my only hope is to... I could be wrong about that. I'm not 100% sure. Leave that on top. Just to play this and hope they don't kill it, to be honest. Hope they just pass the turn with tapping out. We'll see if they do. Otherwise, pretty much dead to Haywire Might. This combo's a little fragile. Alright, I'll admit it. Ooh. No, they may combo off on me. I think once they have this... Oh, they need roots in play. I think if they have all of those, then they just, like, win, right? Wow, okay, so they're gonna just tap out? Or... No, they're gonna untap the Molt Tender. Are they gonna kill my Hedge Shredder? Don't do it. Don't do it. Okay. Well, they're not technically doing it. Let's play the Chocobo. Let's play the land. And let's hope that they just don't see what's going on. Or don't see that they can interrupt this. Maybe they don't. I don't know. They're passing. I think they can use the Molt Tender to get a mana and then use a Haywire Might to kill my Shredder, can't they? Alright, I played to my outs, which is them not realizing what's happening. Gotta do this quick before they realize what's going on. I think they click like pass turn or pass priority. So, yeah. We'll see. A lot of Surveil triggers on the stack right now. I just gotta keep going quickly. I think there's enough ping lands left in the deck for this to be lethal. I think there's 10 left. And they were at 17, something like that. I hit a good stack of Surveil lands here, so seems to be going well. Okay, well, they're not doing anything in response, which is good. Go quickly before they realize what's happening. Yep, Hedge Shredder. I mean, essentially I would have to find another Hedge Shredder, which could be possible. Just through all the surveilling and such. But if they knew what was happening, they could just stop this. And anyways, keep on milling myself and trust that there's enough pings left in the deck. Keep going. Wish I could just like default the button click instead of actually having to move each one. Okay. 2 left. There it is. Alright, didn't even have to attack this one. Nice. GG. on to this one. Okay, Hedge Shredder in the opener, along with a lot of our deserts, but I guess we keep it because we got a Hedge Shredder. So we may need to just cast these to deal some damage to our opponent. And hope to draw something that goes along with this. So definitely one of the downsides. We have, what, 9 deserts left in the deck? We need to cast at least 2 of them to do 18. Or 13, yeah. Okay. Let's just cast 2 of them. And now should be enough to win. Got double green. Okay, there's a Chocobo. So honestly, we can just cast the rest of the the Gulch lands. We could play the Chocobo too next turn. In hopes of sort of going off the following turn. I don't hate that idea. Okay, never mind. Deep Cavern Bat is a problem. And probably will end this game for us. Unless we draw another piece. Okay. They're going to take the Chocobo. There is another ping land. They're at 16, but they're going to gain a life too. Or gain several life here. So this is not looking good. We'll stick it out for another couple turns, but I don't think we're going to win this. Alright, down to 7. They have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 damage. And, well, yeah. That should do it. Alright. GG. Alright, welcome back to the wrap-up for our Hedge Shredder Traveling Chocobo deck. This was super fun, super janky, and not super competitive, but definitely an enjoyable time to see our opponents just really didn't know what was going on, and half the time I didn't know what was going on, so that worked out okay. But definitely got some wins with this deck, which was surprising. You know, it is consistent in what it's doing. It seemed like once you did go off, it didn't really fizzle. Except for maybe once, but still kind of was able to win the game the next turn. There probably is some like magical ratio of how many surveil lands versus ping lands versus non-lands you want in this deck. I'm not really sure what it is, but you know, let me know in the comments below if you know. But it seems like this worked fairly well. You know, one of the concerns was like if your opponent does gain life, you just don't have enough pings in the deck to win. Which is a concern. So you could like go up to, I don't know, 14, as many ping lands as you want, but then again, every time you take out a surveil land in the deck, it decreases the chances of the surveil chain kind of to go off with this. So yeah, kind of, I don't know, you kind of have to pick your poison here, so to speak. And the other recommendation is, I think you have to mulligan to Hedge Shredder because you kind of have 8 copies here, and you want to always make sure you have a Hedge Shredder in your opener, and you're pretty guaranteed to draw enough lands to cast it usually. So feel free to mulligan down to, you know, 3 or 4 cards if you need to. And then when you do mulligan, put back the ping lands because you want those in the deck and not in your hand, essentially. So just some strategies if you want to play this. I wouldn't recommend it playing it in the tournament or anything competitive. Probably go into play queue. I tried it in the competitive queue and actually won some games, but I probably would just play in the play queue if you don't want to destroy your rank. But anyways, it was super fun, and hope you enjoyed the video. Let me know what you think about the deck in the comments below. Thanks so much for watching. Hope you have a wonderful day, and I will see you in the next video.